Hello class, today we are going to talk about the water cycle. On Earth there is a limited supply of water. We have the same amount of water that we have always had. Not only the same amount, but the same water. We have the same water today that was on Earth for George Washington and even the dinosaurs. But there is never new water being created. The water cycle allows us to have enough water to use on Earth. Water can be found in three forms or states. Water is in the solid state when it is in the form of ice or snow. You can tell if water, or any substance, is a solid if you put it into a container and it does not form to the shape of the container. Water that you drink or that falls as rain is water in its liquid state. You can tell when a substance is in the liquid state if it takes the shape of the container it's in. The third and final state is the gas state. You cannot see water when it is a gas because it is spread out throughout the air. This is an overview of how the water cycle works. There are four main parts to the water cycle, starting with evaporation, then going to condensation, precipitation, and collection. This diagram shows the path that the water travels as it is moving through the water cycle. The water cycle begins with evaporation. Evaporation is when water from lakes, oceans, rivers, puddles, and any other pool of water is heated up by the sun and changes into a gas state. This gas is called water vapor, and it collects in the air. To see evaporation for yourself, there is a very simple experiment you can try. Step 1 is to fill a glass measuring cup up with water. Then wait 1 day and mark the new water level. Over the next few days, continue to mark the water level as it goes down. The water that is missing from the cup has really just evaporated into the air. The second step in the water cycle is condensation. When the water vapor in the air cools, it changes from a gas to a liquid. The liquid forms the clouds that we see every day. Condensation can also be seen in the form of water droplets on cold surfaces, such as the inside of your window in the wintertime. To see condensation for yourself, you can do a very easy experiment with a cup and some ice. Step 1 is to fill a cup with ice. Then let the cup sit out on the counter for a few minutes. You will see that water droplets form on the outside of the glass. You may wonder, how did they get there? Did the droplets go through the glass? The answer is no. The water vapor in the air came in contact with the cold glass and the droplets formed through condensation. The third step in the water cycle is precipitation. Clouds can only hold so much water, and when they get too heavy and can't hold any more, the water must fall as precipitation. Precipitation has many forms: rain, sleet, snow, or hail. Rain is a liquid form of precipitation, and sleet, snow, and hail are all solid forms. Sleet is a slush-like substance, and hail is chunks of ice. This video gives great examples on the different forms of precipitation, and I recommend that you watch it on your own. The final step in the water cycle is collection. This is when water falls back to earth and collects in oceans, lakes, rivers, or other bodies of water, or collects on land. Water on land may run off the land and into a body of water, as shown in this picture, or it may become groundwater. Groundwater is water that seeps into the ground as part of collection following precipitation. The diagram shows the path of water in collection flowing into the body of water as runoff and seeping into the ground as groundwater. This diagram shows the flow of water through the water cycle: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection are all shown. As you look back on this presentation, try to pinpoint each part of the water cycle on this diagram.